Hello, welcome back to the process. I am your host, Rangel. If you do not know me, I am an artist and creative mentor at the ACPD. Welcome back to another episode where we discuss topics that people need help with. So let's get right into it. First question is I would like to elevate my focus. Oftentimes, it feels like I'm spending lots of mental energy on fears and insecurities. Help. So, what this is explaining is that there is a lot of cloud. This is what I call it. I call it cloud. Uh, you get cloud from uh, trauma, for lack of a better term, just trauma. And, just constantly stuff happening to you, whatever, mental erosion. That's what I call it. If you don't take care of it, if you don't have like something to help aid with that, what can end up happening is you just get lost in your own head. And that's not good. That's not good at all. So I'm gonna break down a little bit of a practice that you could do. So much like how you can preserve your your muscles, you can also preserve your mental muscles. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. So very important to have a shh. What is that? That's a shh. Shh is a calling of some sort that you do in your own head to tell yourself to shut up. And it's not in a negative way, obviously. It's just in a shh. Listen, observe, smell. It's more of a calling to your senses, right? It's very important to have a shh because it protects your brain from that. Now, the problem is you go, you do the shh, but then there's nothing else for you to focus on. So, what I would recommend here, and I recommend this a lot, is do a brain dump. A brain dump is basically where you write down everything that is in your head, bullet points, however it is, but you want to dump it on the paper as fast as possible. And what you'll see is that you'll eventually come up with a path for yourself. You'll be like, okay, I actually want to go this route. And you do that when you put a bullet point down, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, shoot, this is what I really want to focus on. And so, right after you're done, and granted, I have to say, to develop your shh, and for it to actually be potent, you have to go through the process of meditating. Now, I am a big advocate for daily meditation. Big advocate. 20 minutes, if you can, 5 minutes when possible, right? And what that does is that it helps you understand what is you and what is your thoughts, because you're not the same, right? You can observe me, you can understand me because you're aware, not because you're thinking about it. And a lot of people, they identify with their thoughts. That's a dangerous thing to do. So to get away from that, you always want to have a practice. Okay. Next, and then once you have your practice, you develop your shh within that practice, and then you go ahead, you do the brain dump. You do the brain dump, and then the brain dump is going to help you go somewhere after you have finished cleaning your mind, because that is what you do every single time you bring your practice. Every single time you bring your attention or awareness back to your breath, you are cleaning your mind. Okay. And that now that's fears and insecurities. That'll take really, really great care of that. Very great care of that. Next is I'm scared to suck at being new with something. I really want to feel no, I really want to learn music production. I feel stuck because I can't find anywhere to produce music. That's a lie. That's a lie. And I'm going to tell you why it's a lie. So, and this is a, you know, to make music, be real with you, and I know you're gonna be like, oh, whatever, but you understand where I'm going with this is to make music, you don't need much. All you really need to do is like you can hum a tune, sing a verse, write a couple lyrics. That's basically what, that's basically what making a song consists of. And when you nail it down to what making a song really is, it's not being in a fancy studio with soundproofing and crazy tech. It's none of that. It's you sitting down, creating a and it gets a little dark, but it's you creating a mantra for yourself that helps you, that helps you, like, it helps you. It makes it brightens up your spirit. Like a prime one is "You Are My Sunshine." You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Like, that song probably helped a lot of people get out of tough situations. And I'm pretty sure the person, when they first made it, all they had was like a book in front of them and a humming, and they were just humming a tune and then come up with a couple clever lyrics. That's it. That's it. And then you can get complicated. Then you could take it into the studio and then you can amplify that. But it starts off very small. It starts off like a small little tiny practice where you're probably on the couch humming a tune, and then you put it together and it's fantastic. It's amazing. And now you have everybody singing your mantra. That's really all the song is. And so when you say, and then this is the other part, you're scared of being new with something. I mean, can I be honest with you? Humans have been making music for a very long time. It's probably in your DNA to do it very well. You just haven't activated it. So activate it. And it takes practice, of course, like everything. It's a run on in this podcast. Practice. Practice. I'm gonna say it again. Practice. If you haven't came to the if this is your first time at the process, the podcast, practice. That's the whole thing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people, they come onto YouTube and stuff like that. I did this morning. And I realized so much of the content here is really just like, I don't know. At least I go on YouTube, but I'm trying to like not do something. I'm trying to like act like I'm doing something. No. The only thing that's doing something is doing that thing. There's nothing else to it. So you gotta practice. You gotta activate the muscle. You gotta activate that pathway, right? Muscle memory. That's what you need, and that's gonna ultimately help you uh, with the results and the outcomes that you're looking for. It's the only way. It's the only way. So, and if you really want to not do nothing, try mental rehearsals. Close your eyes and rehearse what it's like to do that thing. So, let's say you're done with your brain dump, you're sitting down, close your eyes and be like, what would it look like for me to be swimming? What would it feel like for me to be swimming? Now you're using your vision. I've done this in the past, and it definitely does help with it helps a lot with like performance, especially when you get there. You feel like you've done it already. I don't know, the mind is interesting in that way where it can do rehearsals and improve overall. You can improve your experience in a way through those mental rehearsals. It takes a lot of concentration, but you could do it. You could do it. And yeah, and I feel stuck because I can't find anywhere to produce. Yeah, you are the produce, you are the studio in a way, and trust me, you want that. You want to think that way, because it's not every time where you're gonna have a studio or you're gonna have all the means by which you can make something of high caliber. You need to have uh you need to have confidence in your own temple's ability and like your own body. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you want to develop things that people can't take away from you. That's what you really want to develop. And your skills, that's the only thing that you'll have. So you might not have access to crazy stuff. Just use what you've got. You got a voice, you got a brain, you have experience, and you probably got a story. Put something together. Something together. And you probably have thoughts and opinions about things. So put something together. Practice and start small, and don't because this is something that I've also realized. We tend to now, because we have so much access to so many of other people's realities, we end up comparing that stuff. You don't want to do that, because that's going to destroy the reality that you're currently in and how beautiful and magnificent it current like how amazing it actually is. You know what I'm saying? And if you compare, if you start going online and just scrolling and looking at what everybody else is doing with their life and you still haven't practiced, or you know what I'm saying, just to get away from practicing. And I'm telling you this right now, this is going to be like one of the biggest things. Like, this is the next epidemic of some sort, if it's not already, where it's the comparison epidemic. Calling it now, comparison epidemic. You can't do nothing without comparing it to something else. And never and I'm not even being satisfied, because potential is a different thing. To go after your potential is to actually appreciate and to be so involved and obsessed with your current reality. To compare it to something else, to compare it to something that's not even yours, you couldn't. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You go on the internet, you go through all that stuff. You couldn't do half of that. You couldn't do any of that. It's not yours to make. All that stuff on the internet you're looking at is not yours to make. It's not your reality. It's not your combination. It's not your specific code. You understand? And I'm not saying that to discourage. I'm not saying that at all. It's saying that's not yours. Stop looking at it. It's not yours. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not yours. Pay attention to what's yours. And you'll get more of it, because what you appreciate appreciates. Okay. All right. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, a link to the creative mentorship will be down below. That is bi-weekly style development and accountability calls for you. You can apply with the link down below. A link will also be available for the hoodie. The hoodie has our symbol on the front, the ACBD, and it has the symbol for awareness on the back. So you know what you're really working on. Okay. Goodbye. I will see you on the next one. Peace. Oh, lastly, if you got anything from today's episode, please leave a like. Okay, now I'm done.